Hey guys, it's Heather and Sean with Travel with Hez. A couple weeks ago, we did a pre and post cruise stay in New Orleans. We wanted to share with you some of the things that we did, saw, and ate during our couple days in the Big Easy. After landing at the airport, we were picked up by our transfer that we had scheduled ahead of time and went to drop our luggage off at the Intercontinental New Orleans, where we were staying for the first night. Out of our 2 stays, this was our preferred hotel. It was within walking distance to everything, was very quiet, the room was perfect, and the bed so comfy. It is right on the streetcar line as well. The best part, it was only a short walk away from Mother's Restaurant, where we had an absolutely delicious breakfast. Mother's Restaurant is, in a word, delicious. It is small but amazing. You order at the counter, bring your receipt to a table, and shortly after, your meal appears. Since we were there for breakfast, I opted to go with the breakfast special. Eggs, cheese grits, black ham, and the biggest and best biscuit I have ever tasted. Oh my God, I want another one of those right now. Sean had coffee with chicory, and instead of the meat, he had the crawfish etouffee. If you head to Mother's when you're in New Orleans, do not be afraid if you see a line building outside. We were a bit of a ways back in the line and it went really quickly. Just be sure to go hungry. If you really enjoy their menu, you can also find some of their items on Goldbelly. Unfortunately for me, biscuits are not one of the options on Goldbelly. With our bellies quite full and happy, we were on to our tour of St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. Up until the past couple years, the cemetery was not open to the public. Once it did reopen, the Archdiocese only approved one tour company to give tours around the cemetery. Our guide was Richie, who was absolutely wonderful. His family has been in New Orleans since the beginning and is buried in the cemetery. The tour lasted about an hour and is a must-do while in New Orleans. This tour was fabulous and we want to share it with you, but we'll do that in a separate episode, so be on the lookout for that. Once you get your bearings, you will realize that the city really is very easy to walk around. Most everything is within a short walk.
Our next stop was the Sazerac House. The Sazerac, the official cocktail of New Orleans, is also widely known as America's first cocktail. The Sazerac House offers a couple different tours. We opted for the free one since it was last minute and the rest were booked. It's a self-guided tour that you can reserve online ahead of time. When you walk into the Sazerac House, you get that warm bourbon mash smell. And then on the right, you'll see the gift shop, and on the left is their giant wall of spirits. The tour starts on the 3rd floor, where you learn the history of the cocktail. You also get to sample 3 different cocktails. The Sazerac, the Jungle Bird, and the Stockyard Pony were available samples on that day. The tour is broken up into 3 parts. each having its own cocktail and history of the cocktail. You can also find the makings for each cocktail in a convenient set downstairs in the gift shop. It was a great time. If you're a bourbon fan, it's a must-do.
Finding ourselves in need of an afternoon pick-me-up, we stumbled upon Pirate King Coffee, tucked away in an alleyway off of Royal Street. It's a cute little coffee shop with a pirate theme that has some history behind it. We actually learned more about this pirate during the walking tour we did later in the trip. It's worth a stop for a good hot or iced coffee, and pastry too if you are hungry. No trip to New Orleans is complete without a stop at Café Du Monde for beignets and coffee. These little pillows of fried dough are covered in a dusting of powdered sugar. I'm using some pretty big air quotes here, people, when I say a dusting. After enjoying our beignets, we meandered through the French market. The first half of the market is primarily food offerings, where the second half is where you can find local artisans selling their creations. Enjoy this quick little walkthrough video. Most of the artists do have signs out indicating that no photos or videos are allowed, and we wanted to respect their wishes and only captured their creations if it was okay with them. To see all of the offerings, you'll just have to take a trip down. We are walking around the New Orleans French market. We have all kinds of artisans here, from food to drinks to household things. Really a super cool place to come and walk around. We were supposed to do a walking tour today around the French Quarter, but it is deluging out, so we decided that we would instead take cover down here. Yeah, places like this are just so fun to walk around. Anyway, why not? We already stopped at Loretta's and got ourselves some pralines to take home. Might have to try out Holy Crepes. I'm always good for a good crepe. This is such a lively little area. I love it down here. I remember coming down here with my parents. I think I was 12 at the time. So that would have been, way back in the 80s. So a lot has changed. But it's also quite similar to. We'll head down to that other side later. But I'm going to go catch back up with Sean. Actually, here he is with our goods from Loretta's. All right, I think we're going to keep going and take a walk down to the second half. So you can see they've got just about everything you could possibly be looking for down here. But I think I'm going to let you guys go so I can, really take a good look at some of these things. We'll see you in a bit. Guys, how cool are these Mardi Gras masks? I love this purple one. How awesome is that? Check them all out. Such a cool place to come down here, just to walk around and just see all these amazing things. And real gators. So very cool. After our stroll through the French market, we did enjoy some amazing crab cakes and a shrimp po' boy at Monty's before heading back to the hotel. Unfortunately, we were so eager to dig in we forgot to take photos, but trust me, they looked as good as they tasted. Let's talk about one of my absolute favorite parts of New Orleans, the second line. Second lines are a popular tradition among New Orleans weddings. Usually the second line brings the wedding guests and bridal party from the ceremony to the reception. The newlyweds lead the procession, umbrellas in hand, with the wedding party and guests following the band waving handkerchiefs. The more the merrier. New Orleans is a city both rich in history and folklore. During our post-cruise day in New Orleans, we did a walking storytelling tour of the French Quarter. Our guide was amazing and brought us all over the French Quarter, sharing the history or story of each of the locations we stopped at. We highly recommend doing a tour like this when you get there. It touches on many aspects of the city and would also give you ideas of other tours you may want to do based on your interests. When we do go back, I think we would really like to do a tour about the ghost stories of the city as well as the World War II Museum. Prior to this walking tour, neither one of us had any idea why the World War II Museum would be in New Orleans. The design and production of the Higgins boat was done in New Orleans. These boats were essential for amphibious landings, including D-Day, and were built in New Orleans and tested on the local waterways before heading overseas. We will do a separate episode of this tour as well, so keep your eyes open for that. Let's take a walk down Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is a historic 12-block stretch in the French Quarter, known for its bars and clubs. New Orleans allows you to drink where you wish, just no glass containers. So grab a hurricane and enjoy your stroll. After a walk up Bourbon Street, we decided on Chartres House for a quick dinner. At this point, we were more tired than hungry, but we were pleasantly surprised with the meal. The Diablo pickles really hit the spot, as did my chopped muffaletta and Sean's house burger. We also couldn't leave New Orleans without partaking in a hurricane. Those go down way too easy. Closing out our trip, we stayed at Hotel Les Marais. In its close proximity to Bourbon Street, it was a bit louder here, which is to be expected. The room was nice, with a couple of caveats. Do yourself a favor and ask for a room far from the elevator. Normally we do request this, but I didn't think of it when we checked in, and I really wish we had. Also, a little quirk with the bathroom. As you can see from the picture, the shower only has a partial wall. There is no shower door that closes. Not a huge deal, but a bit odd nonetheless, and something you want to be mindful of if you don't want your travel companions to see you in all your glory in the shower. While we did get to see and do quite a few things, travel days can be tiring, and we didn't get to hit all the places we wanted to. That just means that we'll have to come back and do it again. I can't wait to help you plan your trip to the Big Easy. Reach out to me for any questions or recommendations that you may need. Don't forget, I'm Travel with Haz, your go-to girl for all your travel needs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video of our pre- and post-cruise visit to New Orleans. If so, please comment, like, share, and subscribe so more people can join us on all of our adventures.